So I'm involved in several different ministries, and I'll tell you one that I didn't do too good at one time. So we have this assembly line type thing going on, and we're helping the community. We're giving out some water and some hygiene products and things of that nature. We have an assembly line going. It was a long day, and I was tired, and I'm trying to justify my bad behavior. But as I'm out there, these other people, they're doing it wrong. So I'm watching them, and then I'm angry. So hold on just a minute. I'm going to have to go over and show these guys what to do. And this other lady that's helping says, wait a minute. So you're going over there to show them how you do it? And she looks at me and she says, I'm going to be honest, we don't need anybody else doing it the way you do it if you're going to do it with that attitude. Boy, it was like she stuck a knife in my heart. But it was true. Because I wasn't doing it with love. I wasn't doing it with compassion. Definitely wasn't doing it with the servant's heart. I was just doing it. And it reminds me of Jesus says, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. If we're not doing it with love, what's the point in even doing it? You know, I have people that serve God in my life, many, but they're pretty miserable, if I want to be honest. Some of them I've even seen in the past lead some ministries, and they're discipling other people. They're teaching them how to do it. And it makes me think the same thing. You're not going to do it with the right heart. Why do we want two of you? You know, that's what that lady was telling me that day. Why do we want another one of Dwayne Greenwood if you're going to do it the way you're doing it? Well, the same is true with any of us. If we're serving, but yet we're full of bitterness and anger, but at least we're sober. At least we're not doing XYZ anymore. It's not about what we are doing or what we're not doing if we're not full of love and showing the right way to do things, which is full of love. 1 John 4:8 says God is love. So if we're not doing it with love, we're not even doing it with God. And that's hard. That's hard to say that because I was told that very same thing. But I am so thankful that she had the nerve to say that to me. To be honest enough with me to say, you're not even close to being where you need to be. And then she also said, hey, if you don't want to be here, please leave. Because you're affecting other people with your bad attitude. Man, how much worse would it have been if she decided, you know what, it's okay. At least he's doing it. Sometimes it's better not to do it at all than to do it with the wrong attitude and the wrong motive. You know, I hear people say, if I could get this in order or that in order, then I will be able to do it with the right attitude. But you got to remember, and I'm just going to use drugs as an example. Being addicted to drugs isn't the problem. It's a symptom of the real problem. The real problem is you love drugs more than you love Jesus. You're choosing the drugs over Jesus. So obviously, they are priority. I always say if you concentrate on loving Jesus, then the rest of that stuff will start to fall away. Because if you love God first, if you love Him with all your heart, your soul, and your mind, once He becomes first in your life, the other things will start to fall away because you will realize that they don't please Him. And isn't our goal to honor and glorify Him? So love is the key. Love is the goal. When we go out there and we show the love of Christ to others, it will show in our actions. It will show in our attitudes. It will show in our words. Because it will be in our hearts as the first number one priority to show love. driving down the road, and that just popped in my brain, and I just wanted to share it because it was a bad memory, but it was a wonderful memory because I learned a lot that day. God is love, 1 John 4:8. So if I'm not doing it with love, I'm not doing it with God. Pretty interesting.